Well, a couple years ago, I did do my top 10 best romance movies of the 2010s. And for the last year, I decided to do one on the 2000s as well. And so, for the hell of it, why not continue in that decade? I am Sarah, one of Wolves and Touches, and today I am here to discuss my top 10 best romance movies of the 1990s. Again, like what else I do, this is just my personal opinion and list, and I would definitely love to know what are your favorite movies from this decade down in the comment section down below. And I also have honorable mentions from 11 to 20 that will be in link in the description down below. To clarify, Titanic will not make this list. Yeah, but yeah, let's talk about some romance movies from 1990 to 1999. Anyways, coming in number 10, well, a lot of up and down choices of number 10 on this list, so I decided to pick There's Something About Mary. Yeah, there's just something about this movie. I had to make that joke, sorry. But yeah, I honestly love this movie, honestly. It's my don't probably film one of the romances on I watched the least, honestly, but it's one where I do go back to it. I always enjoy watching it. And it's a little fun filming with Ben Stiller, that being Ben Stiller and being the great comedian that he is. And it's got Cameron Diaz before he kind of stopped caring, honestly, and she's great here, and she and Stiller actually have pretty good chemistry here. This movie is just, I don't know, had a pretty hilarious moment, especially the scene where basically Ben Stiller gets his area stuck on his zipper, which yeah, probably enjoyed the last ones I did, but there was some nice comedy, some fun characters, good acting. Say, simple fun kind of comedy that isn't really the most exciting, but it's definitely one of the more hilarious and heartfelt ones. So it definitely belongs. So I decided to put this on this list. Coming in number 9 on this list, we have 10 things that I hear. Oh man, I miss Heath Ledger. But this one's definitely good. It definitely takes into a lot of the typical romantic cliches of comedy stuff that you would expect, but you do get some pretty. I mean, that honestly, they're a lot more heartfelt than you would anticipate, honestly. I was like, again, I've been having much often, but still, I always smile on my face when we do. Again, Heath Ledger's great here as well. I think everyone else is great. The chemistry between the main romance is actually pretty great and compelling throughout. Granted, that also has one of my favorite romantic moments involving a monologue that a teacher says that's just beautiful, but it's still heartwarming and hilarious. It has some moments that are just kind of a little over the top, but just so heartwarming and lovable that you just can't help but smile. This is just again another simple and heartwarming film that I always I do definitely need to come back to more, but it's definitely something I do enjoy. Now we get to number eight, and we have Ghost. Now these next top 8 choices were probably pretty difficult to rank, honestly. I like a lot of them like equally, honestly, so that wasn't the easiest one, honestly, but Ghost is definitely still a great and fantastic movie. It definitely is one of the more unique romances, but it's still great. Like Demi Moore here, Dolores, probably one of her best, not one of her best performances. It's definitely a little more on the emotional side here, especially with the story is about, but it's from I think 30 years later, almost like around 30 years later, it still incredibly holds up very well today. And it's very heartfelt, interesting, investing, and just fantastic throughout. With great layer of emotions and great heart to it, just really truly just a lot to love about this movie. And now we get to a Julia Roberts movie at number 7 on this list, and that is Notting Hill. Now, of course, I include at least one Julia Roberts like 1990s comedy on this list. And for me, Notting Hill is probably my favorite. Honestly, I think Notting Hill is probably my favorite Julia Roberts performance and movie that she's been in. And this movie I probably haven't watched often because my mom always puts it on, but maybe that just makes me smile and make me like smile and nod not punctuated. Every single time I watch it, honestly, Julia Roberts is fantastic as well. And Hugh Grant also on his best performances, and they both have parts of the most lovely chemistry I've seen in any romance movie, honestly. Honestly, they both have great moments. That again, kind of cliche in some areas because the weird "I'm just a girl" thing that's just a little kind of cringy if you think about it, but it's definitely cringy in the best possible way. It's just a very heartwarming and sweet movie that just always makes me smile every single time I watch it. Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman. Those are salary, pretty woman. Ah, pretty woman, it's number 6 on this list. Yeah, but yeah, Pretty Woman is I'm just gonna slip up very emotional and the emotional before she passed away, of course, rest in peace. And this is definitely probably my favorite movie of his, honestly. It's definitely an odd movie, but it's definitely one that I think really wants what it does, honestly. One thing I was like, I wish you agree and Drew Roberts living. There's great chemistry here. It definitely is a very interesting movie, but it's definitely one where, of course, got the kind of Pretty Woman song and this movie that's again 3 years later still holds up mostly well today. It's again had some weird moments, but I think those moments really do work here, and it's just an all-around delightful movie to watch. I'm sure most of your partner when the one comes in number 1 on this list. I'll let you know, Ben, not what to actually find number 1. Well, not one person number 1 on the list at all, but I say know what the heck we are. Kind number 1, we have an actually animated movie, and that is, of course, Tale as old as time, song as old as rhyme, Beauty and the Beast. Yes, Beauty and the Beast comes in at number 1 on this list. I mean, can't really blame me for putting Beauty and the Beast number 1 on this list. It's honestly one of my favorite Disney movies and one of my favorite anime movies and probably films in general of all freaking time. Do I need to mention why this one's the one, honestly? You still got amazing animation, amazing characters, with the Beauty and the Beast having such great chemistry with each other. So iconic songs, especially with the course of the iconic Beauty and the Beast song. Some really terrifying, engaging moments. There's just so much to truly love and adore about this movie. That's the craziest film's going to probably turn 30 years old this year, so yeah, Beauty and the Beast comes in number 1 easily. Now, before we do get to my top 2, which are definitely also some of my favorites of all time, guys can hammer if you hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more cuts like this, and I would love to know what are your favorite romance movies for the 1990s down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what films from 1990 in the romance genre do you love the most. I would definitely love to hear it down in the comments below. Anyways, coming in at number 2 on this list, we have the first of the iconic romance trilogy, Before Sunrise. Again, definitely one of the first of this very iconic trilogy of romance movies. Where just again, it's pretty much simply talking, but it honestly works. I accept it's been like might be boring to some people, but yeah, these are kind of my type of movies. But yeah, I just love coming to this movie and just really enjoy myself when I get to watch it. Again, it's definitely one of the more iconic movies that again, from the not everyone's going to enjoy because it is mostly just talking and walking, but that definitely kind of like very unique, honestly, and what makes it very just interesting to watch. And when you also got 2 characters you do care about, and Jesse and Slink, played by Ethan Hawke and Juliet, definitely, who are fantastic and delivers just wonderful and amazing chemistry here. Like honestly, even though I pretty much love all 3 of these films trilogy, the Devil Someone honestly has always been my favorite, honestly, and don't like always will be, because it is definitely the most unique, the most interesting, and the most fascinating to watch. It's just truly wonderful. So yeah, Full Sunrise definitely belongs on this list at number 2, and it's also one of my all-time favorite movies in general. I'm not gonna be high up whenever I eventually do my overall best romance movies of all time. And at number 3 on this list, man, do you remember Kim McGregor was once good? Yeah, number 3 is Jerry Maguire. Like, you don't even mention why this movie is so good. It's still an iconic and one of the more iconic movies on this list, and still following around to this very day. Tom Cruise is honestly truly great and fantastic here as well. He has really chemistry with Lisa, which is definitely one of her bad performances. And of course, got Kubrick, who easily did the show. I mean, there's a reason why. I mean, there's a reason he won the kind of more best supporting actor, honestly. So, and there's a reason why it was just nominated for best picture or a lot of the Oscars. But yeah, you do get some great acting here. Of course, you got the iconic line, "You complete me." Again, just iconic, but there's really so much to love and adore about this movie. It has great acting, great writing, great situations, very emotional, touching moments. Just really, truly so much to love and adore about this movie, and I always adore coming back to this movie. At number 4, it gets definitely one of the more iconic ones on this list, and that is Clueless. Clueless. And it's definitely one of the more iconic ones on this list, and one that's probably still fondly remembered everything into this very day. And honestly, really, honestly, why? Because Clueless is definitely a fantastic, sweet romance movie. This movie where you get just we do get great relationships in this movie. Of course, gets great romances as well. We also got some really just lovely moments here with Ledger Stone and Devin. Such a fantastic performance here. You get some in relationships. Again, I wasn't sure if I want to count the romance on this list, but in the end, I decided to, honestly. But we get great performance from Lisa Silverstone, Stacey Dash, Brittany Murphy, and of course Paul Rudd here. Has a very sweet story to it, has some great good messages to it, and even a great romance center to it as well, so that's why I put it on this list. But again, it's definitely also, because it is not only one of my favorite romance movies of all time, it's honestly one of my favorite teen movies of all time as well. And this movie, like Clueless, is still remembered and beloved almost 25 years later. Now, at number 5, we actually get to probably my favorite Adam Sandler comedy film, that is The Wedding Singer. Yes, I'm probably the Wedding Singer on this list, and I know it's definitely weird, but yeah, I love Wedding Singer. It's possibly in debate, like in terms of the comedy genre. Like in terms of comedy, this is probably my favorite Adam Sandler movie. So it's probably the most endearing, delightful, and lovely film that he has done. So this is definitely probably in the one of the rewatchable movies on this list. And it's just, again, a delightful, fun, and entertaining movie to watch. With Adam Sandler probably one of my favorite performances he has done. Again, long comedy. I mean, it's maybe probably in general probably Uncut Gems, but in terms of just in general comedies, this is probably my favorite. Is and Drew Barry. It's probably my favorite. I don't want collaboration he's done with Drew Barrymore, and it's probably my favorite performance in general. And Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore has just magnetic, amazing, and just delightful chemistry from beginning to end. But the thing is great. They do an act scene involving where Drew Hampton scenes Drew will play. Probably my favorite rent scenes. It's that was very cheesy, but just very delightful to watch. It's just a very delightful, cute, and homely that I always enjoy going back to. Again, probably my favorite Adam Sandler comedy. So, yeah, Wedding Singer, just a wonderful time. Yep, folks, that is my top 10 best romance movies in the 1990s. Again, let me know down in the comment section down below what are your thoughts on this list. Let me know what are your favorite romance with the 1990s, and also have Valentine's Day. Everybody, as I'm listening as I'm filming this, as I'm gonna be releasing on that day as I'm filming this. And let me know what other videos you want to see me do down in the comment section down below. I am Sam One Wolf from Sam World Reviews for Sam One Productions, and you're used to. I'll see you next time. As always, stay cool, everybody.